Welcome back to On Air. We're doing podcasts. It's very hot outside, and we're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
What's the movie, Michael?
It was Back to the Future. Yeah.
Have you ever seen this movie before?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
That's not what I meant.
Before,
I meant before that.
No. I watched the very last scene of the third movie when I was really young, and that was it. So I had no clue what I was getting into. I knew it was time travel, and my mom was very clear. She was like, it's about time travel and the consequences. It was very unique in its time. And I was like, what do you mean unique? I see this stuff all the time in like time travel stuff. What are you talking about? So I don't know.
When
It's like the Seinfeld of its
Oh,
class.
I see.
Seinfeld.
The first time someone did something like that.
Seinfeld was revolutionary back
came
then.
out the year before this, so.
Who? No, I didn't hear you. Repeat
Now
that.
me, Back to the Future, I was sort of a little fanatic. I watched Back to the Future, specifically the second one, but I've seen the first one my fair share of times. Third one, maybe like once or twice, but the second one I've seen like 7 or 8 times. And the first one I've seen probably what?
Get closer
Oh,
to the mic.
the first one I've seen around like 5
move your
times,
chair.
I'd say.
Yeah.
So, did any of that?
Get that far.
Okay. But yeah, Back to the Future, great movies. I especially like the first one. We can get more into that later though. But
Yeah. Okay, Uno. No,
Yeah,
get
so
closer.
last time
No.
Get closer. Closer to the mic.
I I didn't watch the movie again, but I'd seen it like 3 years ago. I've seen it a bunch of times.
And you're
I've
Una
seen-
from 3 years ago. You time traveled to the
Yeah,
present day
no,
to be on the podcast. So.
That's why I. No, I
Yeah.
12-year-old
Hey
next
Theo,
to us.
when was the last time you saw this movie?
That's a good question, Michael.
Do you not know?
Well, Una sort of copied my idea of not watching or not.
I
rewatching
copied
the
your
movie.
idea.
Yeah.
Why?
Are you also Theo?
Theo?
I'm
Sorry.
one.
Are you
two,
also the
three-o.
Theo from the past, just like Una?
I'm Theo from the past.
So I guess these guys aren't going to be any help because they haven't seen the movies in ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this should just really be
I mean,
us. We
I've
should
seen
kick
it a
them out, yeah?
bunch.
Or we could put up a
So-
little curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched all 3 of them a few summers ago. So it probably was like actually 3 years
I
ago.
don't remember the last time I've seen it. It was probably a year or 2 ago.
Okay.
Probably 2 years ago.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it because I was, like I said, I was obsessed with the movies. So.
Yeah, and I watched it for the first time yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's
This is a
move on to our general.
We're so underqualified for this. Like, dude, I don't.
Whose idea
What did I
was
know when I
this?
was 12?
I picked the movie.
Because I don't. Wait, 3 years ago. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Crap.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was really good. I liked it. I didn't like the fact that his mom was flirting with him. I thought that was really weird.
What? I thought that was completely normal.
It was the 80s. Things were kind of crazy back then.
I think you mean it was the 50s.
Well, but the movie was made in the 80s. Their standards were different, so they probably
Well,
thought that was normal. That's
Marty
why,
was from the 80s.
that's why
He
he-
thought it was bad.
that's why he reacts
Bad
completely
to the
normally to it. Did
future.
we watch the same movie?
No, we
You probably
didn't.
watched the new version where they
Yeah,
kind of censor
he
everything.
Yeah,
watched
with
the
the-
one from earlier on, and then.
The
Yeah,
one
I
that
time
they-
traveled
Yeah,
to be here.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm from the future, guys.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no,
I gotta go back to the
Michael-
future after this.
Michael watched the snowflake
Bro.
liberal version of
Yeah,
Back
where
to
he
the
doesn't
Future.
get into a relationship with his mom. Actually, he doesn't do that in the
Yeah,
normal movie, but it
no,
almost happens.
no. In the snowflake liberal version of Back to the Future, he kisses his dad.
Oh my god. I really
Anyway, are
don't
you gonna?
think so. But yeah, I liked it. I think
Okay, buddy.
it was a good movie. Nico, your turn.
It has like one of my favorite plot structures where it's like sort of slow in like the first part, and then it like all builds up, and there's like a really big climax at the very end. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
whole
like all
last
the-
bit's so good.
The like little references they throw through. And then I like Biff getting knocked out. That was good. And when the dad like helps like the mom up, I love the way he says, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Are you okay?" Although this movie doesn't have Wallet Guy. Wallet Guy's in the second movie, so that's why the second movie's.
Wallet guy?
Oh, you haven't seen the second?
Not
Yeah,
No, I
Lord.
haven't seen the second one.
there's just this guy who's like I think he took his wallet. It doesn't make any sense unless you've seen it. You guys don't remember Wallet Guy from the second movie?
Dude,
No,
That's the
I've never
cowboy
seen
one,
it,
right?
but
I haven't seen.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's the third one.
If it's been a while since I've seen the first
What?
one, it's definitely been even longer
right.
since I've seen.
I'd
the
say
second
Time
the, I'd say
traveling
the second one is
cowboys?
like
That sounds
I'd say
sick.
the first one's a better movie on its own, but I like the second one better.
Second one's like Back to the Past, right? Or
The
they're
second- the
to
second-
the future.
The second one they go to the future. It's like a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. They go to the future and then they go to like a bad timeline and then they go back to the first movie.
Hey,
they
why-
kind of just threw a bunch of
Why
stuff
don't we
in.
talk about the movie?
We are.
We are.
You're talking about the second movie.
We're comparing and
Yeah.
contrasting them.
Yeah.
Which it
Oh,
doesn't
why
help
don't you
because I'm
just
the
get
only
a
one who
Venn
remembers
diagram going?
Okay.
Oh my
I
lord.
remember the cowboy one was not good, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the cowboy
think.
one's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the movies you it's really better to talk about them as a unit. Obviously we're not doing that, but I feel like there's a lot of callbacks interrelated in the movies, but even in just one movie there's a lot of callbacks.
You calling me chicken?
Yeah,
What?
that's actually not in the first movie at all though.
Oh, well.
It's not in any
They
of
were
them.
gonna
He just
put
said
that.
it
They would have put that in the
spontaneously.
first movie.
Yeah.
You just said that
I
for some
don't-
reason.
I don't remember that.
Why
don't
don't you
remember-
just get out?
I don't remember
Why don't
any
you
of
just
them.
leave, huh?
Okay, wait. Whose turn is it? Is it
Who
your
knows?
turn to talk about your general thoughts? That's your reaction to a lot of movies, huh?
Yeah,
Alright.
it is.
You don't
I
have
don't.
very strong opinions on
You also don't
anything,
have
do you?
eyes.
What? Yeah, that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. No, I really like this movie. I used to have seen it a lot. Okay, wait, no.
But I purged those
The
memories.
time travel's confusing her. She's jet lagged.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
when I was younger, I'd seen that movie a lot, but now I've only
Yeah,
seen
but
it
then
a
I
couple
went back
times.
before I'd seen them, so now
to
I
stop
haven't.
yourself from
I
watching
purged
it.
Yeah,
those memories.
exactly.
Would
with
this
my
have made
brain.
sense if I had been paying attention?
What I'm talking about?
Probably not.
Definitely not.
Okay,
never
Theo,
does.
let's get your general thoughts. Don't choke. Come on, say something.
It's okay. If you choke, you can go back to before you drank the water.
We get a lot of mileage out of that joke. 88 mileage per hour. That's a reference
That was
to
a
the
good
movie.
one. That was a good one.
I don't remember that, but
That's
that
the
was a good
speed
one.
that- How do you not remember?
88 miles per hour,
That's like the whole
1.21
point.
Yeah, I remember that part now. Okay.
Good job.
All
You
right,
remember.
Theo, give your general thoughts.
This is good. I like the part where he time travels.
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good part.
I think we already talked a little bit about plot, but let's go a little more into that, yeah? Who is some thoughts about the plot here?
Well, I just sort of realized we never see the consequences of, like, you know, in the beginning he has like the giant speaker at like Doc Brown's
Oh,
like,
yeah?
like lab or like house
Uh-huh.
or whatever, and he just destroys like a bunch of stuff. we never hear about that again.
I think it was just to show that he likes
Although
music.
actually that is because Doc Brown never actually returns to his house.
That's true.
In the movies, he never. In the second movie, they never go back. In the third movie, he leaves, so he never goes back to his house again.
I love
Yeah, he doesn't go back in the first movie either.
there's a clip of John Mulaney, and he's like describing he's like, what a silly little movie, and he's like like doing a bit where he's pretending to be the people who are pitching Back to the Future.
I got you in that, yeah.
And he was talking about like like Marty McFly, and they were like, "Oh, so is Marty McFly gonna be cool like Ferris Bueller?" And they're like, "No," and he's gonna have this best friend who's, you know, a disgraced nuclear physicist, and they were like, "Oh, so is his friend, is he like another student, or?" And he's like, "No, he's either 40 or 80. We don't even know."
Yeah, how old is it? Because I always thought he was in like his 50s, but then I like got older and my front, that's not the front. My
My
maybe my
frontal
frontal
lobe.
lobe did develop. No, my frontal lobe developed a little. And I was like, wait a minute. He probably wouldn't have like ghost white hair if he was like
Well, some people
50.
do.
When he goes into the past to meet the doctor, I don't know why, but he looks younger. Not younger. He looks older in the past to me.
It's because
than-
his old hair is more natural. Like
What?
the hair, because he still is like sort of old. Like he has like his hair is a little more natural color, but it's still like graying or like whitening, I think.
What? No, he. I don't know why, but he looks like he. Like.
Does he look different?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, who?
The doctor.
Yeah.
No, he looks exactly the same as he
his-
did in the past and the present.
His hair is different.
Then how
isn't
can he
it?
look
No.
older
I'm still
In the
trying to
past,
figure out how old
if
this
he looks
guy
the same
is.
as he did in the future? or
Okay,
the
Maybe
little
I'm thinking of a
cat-
different movie. That's the problem with having seen the whole series.
Maybe he was 30 in the past, but then 60
No, he's
in
never.
the
He's.
future.
I think he's like 50 in the
Because
past.
it was a
and
30
like 70
year,
in the future.
It was like
Oh,
a 30
yeah, it was
year
30
age
year, wasn't it?
difference.
So
we
why would
can't-
his hair still
if
be
he
that
was-
white?
I think it's like maybe like 50.
So if he was 40 in the future, then he'd be like 10 in the 50s. Which I don't
that
think
wouldn't-
is how that works.
Yeah, I when I was younger, I didn't really think about that. I kind of just assumed he was always the same age.
Is it
I-
the same?
He's an
People
age
don't
being.
age.
This guy is too confusing to spend all this time talking about.
Maybe he's like 70 and he was like 40 in the past.
Anyway, then like
I don't
That might work. I guess.
But he doesn't look that young. He still looks old.
Some people like their hair grays and like gets white
so my
Yeah.
when they're younger.
I waited.
Wait, what?
Never mind. I'll tell you later.
so my what was your favorite part of the movie? Because I said mine was like the end.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, the whole clock scene is really cool.
Yeah, I didn't mean the clock. I mean like the dance, but the clock scene is also
Oh.
pretty cool. It's like got like two climaxes sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how both of them are going on at once.
Oh, yeah, John Wayne.
I
No,
think-
they're not.
They're not?
In
No, they're
that,
happening at different times.
in that
It
same
was
clock
the
thing happened
dance
that-
and then the
that
clock.
reminds
But
me.
like,
Oh,
Right
thought it-
we're
after.
still talking.
I thought it went back and forth where it was like Marty was doing his thing and then the doc was like at the
No.
clock or
No.
whatever.
Well,
Well,
and
yeah,
they got
it does
struck
that a
by
couple
lightning
times,
or
but
something.
he gets
No.
struck by like he's like working on the clock, but like once they actually
Yeah, no, that's what I
the
mean.
struck by lightning happens while Marty's there. Like
Yeah.
You talking about the dance reminds me of in the same bit by John Wayne. He was like, and we're going to imply that a white guy wrote Johnny Be Good, so we're going to take that away from them.
Oh yeah, that might have been my favorite scene because that was cool. I think the reaction of the like people with the different type of like
The
music and stuff.
implications are the scene is better than the implications.
actually, I think the movie is good to like racial minorities because they do beat that guy up when he says like an offensive term.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Actually, the
remember
whole getting locked in the trunk thing is cool because it's like it advances the plot in a bunch of ways because it's like he gets locked in the trunk, but then also like the guitarist like slices his hand trying to open it,
Right.
and then so he has to play. That's like a kind of cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause and effect.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, that's why I
That's,
thought that whole scene was cool.
Yeah.
Not because of what you were saying, obviously, but
That was a no-no.
yeah, but
The
like
rest of it was a yes, yes.
I like.
yeah, like
I
the
liked,
scene was cool.
I like the part where the guy is the waiter is talking to Marty's dad in the cafe or whatever. I don't care what it's called, diner, and
Diner, yeah.
shh, and then he's like, I wanna fix up this town. I don't know how. And then Marty's like, you could run for mayor. And then
Mayor.
he is
No, that was
Re-
the other guy. That
No, it
wasn't his
wasn't.
dad.
No, Marty.
Yeah.
Marty.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought you said
it
it was
was-
his dad.
Theo.
In the
Theo.
cafe with.
Yeah, you're Theo.
Yeah, and it was his dad,
In
and
the
I
diner.
agree.
No,
from
in
Michael,
the diner
I'm Theo
with
from
his
3
dad.
years ago.
Yeah, in the,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you said he was.
No, 3
yeah.
years ago.
I haven't.
That's what I said.
No, you said 2.
I said 3.
But yeah,
Three
no,
of
I'm
Three,
really
yeah,
good at
never-
derailing conversation.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's like one of the
Uh,
most like quoted.
it
parts
was,
of the movie where it's like mayor.
Okay, you just ruined it.
What is going on?
I really liked that scene. I don't know why. I just liked it. Just because like everyone was like, I don't know, being rude to him, and then Marty was like, you could be mayor.
Because he did.
And he runs for
then
mayor.
he did
wait,
do that.
wait, in the beginning of the movie, is he running for re-election or is he just running for mayor?
I think it's re-election, maybe.
Is it
Well, I know
re-election?
his son. He does end up being
No.
mayor from Cars.
He's not-
He turns
does-
into
he
mayor
does-
from
He
Cars.
does end up being mayor, I think, because then his son, like late in the second movie, when they go to the future, his like son or grandson or whatever is like, I'm gonna be mayor, just like my old man.
Oh, okay. So he was mayor at some point. Okay, that's cool.
Mayor.
All right,
I don't remember that
I
part.
also
Theo, do you have a favorite part of plot? Sorry, I just
Oh.
interrupted you.
Yeah, I love that part.
Uh huh.
I like the part where they all got covered in poo. That was really funny. I was like, poopy.
Oh my gosh.
I think
Okay.
one
don't
of my,
remember that part
my
either.
favorite joke. My favorite
You
joke is
should've
probably
rewatched
the.
movie, maybe.
I
You're
liked
right.
the part where he ripped the the thing off the kid's toy, and I know it's that exact scene you're talking about, but like a little earlier.
Oh yeah,
but
the
I like
chase. That happens
yeah.
in every
Inventor
movie. It's like
of
a
the
version of that happens in each
Mm-hmm.
movie.
Yeah, I liked it, and then because the kid was like, he was mad that he broke his toy, but then he was like, "Whoa, he's cool." So yeah.
And he invented the skateboard.
Well, actually, I was wondering that. I don't remember. I asked my mom. I was like, "When was the skateboard invented?" Because they're acting like skateboards don't exist, but I thought they did back then. But I guess I was wrong.
I think they were invented in like the 60s, which is weird. I know.
Really?
I don't know where I got that from.
Yeah, would you Google it, please?
Yeah,
My
our
favorite
resident
joke. My favorite
Google,
joke.
Una,
Because
she doesn't
I
have
keep trying to
anything
say
else
this
to
and then
add.
I
everyone
googled
gets
Marty
distracted.
McFly 'cause I didn't remember what he looked like.
I googled Marty McFly because I didn't know whether he was wearing a blue
So my
shirt or
favorite
not.
joke in the movie is the one where it's like the Twin Pines Mall,
Is
and then he
he?
travels back
Oh,
in time
yeah.
and runs
Kinda.
over one of the pine trees, and it
can't
becomes the
remember.
Lone Pine Mall later on. That's really funny.
Yeah, my mom, during that scene, she was like, "Look, he ran over one of the pines. Remember that for later." And I was like, "Shush, I'm trying to watch the movie."
Hush.
Hush.
That's another John
1976.
Mulaney thing.
Wait.
I keep. I'm
just
on
the
a
word
roll.
hush.
Why do you keep talking about John Mulaney?
Because I just rewatched like.
Because
a
he
bunch
would
of
later
his
travel back in time
Netflix-
and right back to the future.
Skateboarding was first invented in the 1950s in California.
Oh, so by Marty McFly.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
were right about the 60s. The reason you said 60s is because it peaked popularity around 1963.
Yeah, because I think
Thank you.
surfing was like the 60s, right? That was, or was that the 50s?
Mm.
I know it still exists, but like when
What are we talking?
Surfing
Because
doesn't exist
surfing
anymore.
surfing was the thing where it was like people wanted to like surf even when the
Uh-huh.
waters were like wavy or whatever, so they invented a surfboard. I don't know if that or they invented the skateboard. I also don't know if that's true though. I don't know where I'm getting this from.
Yeah, no, I
says
don't either.
1940.
Really?
Oh, time travel. You know, it's all
Ah,
it's all weird.
jeez. All right.
All right.
Well, we should talk about. Let's talk about favorite characters. Favorite characters. Theo, go first.
no.
Una, go first.
I like Doc. He's cool and funny.
Yeah.
It was showing Michael J. Fox's other movies, and then right below Marty McFly, it said Stuart Little, so I thought that was a character in the movie.
Too much.
Dude, Stuart Little.
Stuart Little.
My favorite character is probably either Doc or like his dad, because I think Marty McFly's dad is so funny for some reason.
Yeah.
Like he's like he.
Don't get your hands off her.
I think he was apparently like a really tough, like a
Oh, yeah.
difficult actor or whatever. But I think he was like a really. I think it turned out really good.
I think my mom said that he was like a really not great person, so they got rid of him after
Yeah.
the first movie.
And then like in the second movie,
The guy
he
who
appears,
played
like, upside
Marty's
down.
dad.
Oh.
He shows up upside down,
Yeah, he
hanging
was a
from like
bad
a
guy.
hoverboard in the
Friday
second
the
movie.
13th, part 4. I like him. I don't. Does it say it on here?
Also, my mom
it
was
does
like,
not, but
I know this isn't characters, but my mom was like, did you know that they shot the entire like two?
They shot the entire cast.
Yeah, they shot
Hey,
the whole
why
death.
not?
shooting
After
this
the
group in
trilogy
Brooklyn.
ends, we don't need you anymore.
They shot like 2/3 of the movie with an actor, but as Marty McFly, but then they scrapped
Yeah.
it and they did it over
Yeah,
again.
it was
Also,
originally
Marty McFly-
supposed to be
because
another guy.
Marty McFly
because
was on a show.
he kept trying to because the actor they originally cast kept trying to make the movie like he kept acting as if the movie was like a drama instead of a comedy, and they were like, you have to lighten up, it's not this serious.
Doc, you gotta get me back to the future.
I know he and the guy was like, but this is how I would react if this was real. Like, bud, I don't care.
This
That's
isn't
not the
real.
point.
Yeah.
It's a comedy. Who did that? It's a comedy.
It was me from the past, future. I don't know.
Yeah, the past like
Also,
we don't
5
even
seconds.
know.
when they got Michael J. Fox, I said Marty McFly earlier, it confused you know, but when Michael J. They got like he was on like a different show.
Michael?
I forget which show it was.
I was
but,
in
like,
this movie.
He
I
had
time
to-
traveled.
They had to get him like he would
That's
be
how you know
like
so much
filming
about it.
like his show or whatever, and then like anytime they had free time, he would it's like a really
Oh yeah,
conflicted and,
I
like,
remember
crammed
that
schedule
from
for him.
the behind the scenes. He would go from his show, and then he would. The only time he would get to sleep is in the car ride from the show to the movie.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Luna.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was.
My
that's what I
dad.
was gonna
Anyway,
say.
funny story.
Okay.
My dad used to work in a call center, and like I think one of the people he was working with got a call from like Crispin Glover, the guy who plays the dad, and he was like really mad at something. That's all I know. But
Oh, that's really funny.
Wow.
It's something.
Great anecdote.
Yeah.
What's your humorous anecdote?
Why don't you tell us your favorite character from the movie as well while we're at it, since that's what we're supposed to be talking about. You can do it. I know you can
It's
read.
Stuart Little, isn't
Stuart
it, Theo?
Little.
Yay.
Stuart. You said it before I could say it. You ruined my joke.
Yeah, I
vote we
think
kill Una.
hey,
It's okay, I'll just go back before
Yeah.
you do.
I would time travel
How about
to
we
stop
blow
you,
up
Theo.
Una?
I'll
Oh
be
yeah,
completely
she's
honest.
gonna be
Yeah.
wearing a bulletproof vest
Yeah.
when you.
Yeah, I think
That's why I'm here, because you guys blew me up in the last episode, and then I time traveled back before that happened.
Are you wearing the vest on right now?
Because you got rid time travel.
My
and you
favorite
blew me up
character
in
is Doc.
Oppenheimer.
I like him. I think he was funny. I also
even
really
know
liked
that.
his reactions
watched
to
it.
things. He was throughout
I thought
part of the
since
like
it
the
was-
ending
we
scene,
got
like
you
when
before we blew
when
you
he
up, you
tugged on the
wouldn't
thing
know
to
that we
connect
blew
them.
you
He went oh because the other half unplugged. Sorry, I just smacked you.
Blew
I
you
thought
up,
and I thought
and
that
then
was really funny.
went back in
My
time
parents
and got
every
the
single
version of
time
you
he
that
would
didn't
react
blow
to
up, you
something
wouldn't
though,
know that
he
you
would
were blown up.
You
he
said
would
you blew me up.
Why is there like a subplot going on?
because earlier you said we should draw a curtain in between. It's a
Yeah, we
metaphorical
really
one.
should.
It's a metaphorical one,
Yeah,
but,
no,
but
I
there
like how
is
it,
one
it
right
ends
now.
up going through him. I feel like the movie is so clever and
Yeah.
everything makes sense.
But yeah, he's
Except
probably my
gigawatts.
favorite.
That's
character.
not a thing.
Maybe it's gigawatts.
Yeah, it was gigawatts.
It's gigawatts.
Well, maybe he pronounces it wrong. I mean, G. You can
I
never
also-
tell in the English
I
language.
also like the
GIF.
part with the.
It's GIF.
I like how. You're right. It's GIF.
You had to
I
clear
like.
that up.
Give me a chance here.
No.
I like the part where he's like, "If you're really from the future, then who's the president?" Like that was gonna prove
The
his.
actor?
Yeah, you could have
No.
just said anything.
Because you could have said like how would you know what if you've never time traveled before? How would you know who the president was gonna be 30 years in the future?
Ronald Reagan.
But,
The actor?
Because
You're from the future? What's my name?
no because
You're
he,
from the future? Who do I marry?
How many
No,
fingers?
because-
When many fingers am I holding up?
no because
What?
why would he think no, like him knowing who the president was has nothing to do with time travel
You're from
because
the future? What's
if
my wife's
if
name?
it's the president in the future, he doesn't know who the president's gonna be. So how does that prove anything?
Maybe
That
he would've
doesn't
known
prove he's from the future.
The little mind helmet. Oh yeah, that could be what I'm wearing. That could be why I'm wearing this. This is me cosplaying the mind helmet.
You're just realizing that at the end of the episode.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that whole scene where he's like introducing himself
Yeah.
and like the future and stuff. I really like the mind helmet in that scene as well.
Yeah.
Actually, all the scenes
I like the
that
part
take
where
place
he was
in that
like,
area.
you know what this means? It means this thing doesn't work.
Yeah,
It's true. It doesn't work.
like anything that takes place in that area, like the part with the model where the car
Mm-hmm.
lights on fire. I thought that was. I always feel like that was like anytime because you know how his
I
house
have
burns down.
I have
or like
a
in the,
story
or whatever.
now.
I think
have an
okay,
anecdote.
we
Not yet.
not the time.
Like
I think Doc
Yeah.
Brown's house burns down later at some point or something.
in the first movie.
In the not between the 50s and the 80s at some point.
Oh.
I think because that's why he's living in like an apartment later on. I always for some reason my brain is always like when the car lights on fire and goes towards like the oily rags. I always think that's when it's gonna happen, even though that doesn't make any sense because the movie's not over and that wouldn't be where it happens. But my brain's always like trying to put those two things together.
I don't know what you're talking
I want
about.
to tell my little story.
That's
now.
because
So,
you're not a real Back to the Future
At
fan.
the first session of the
he was
little program we do of In Focus,
Not yet.
Ni-
but once I time
Nico
travel
and
to
I
the
went to
past.
see a
You'll see,
screening
I'll
of
be-
Back
I'll
to the
be-
Future at the Cabot. It was a $1 movie, and they had the DeLoreans outside.
I remember that, yeah.
And the pictures. I don't have the pictures. Well, I do, but I don't feel like pulling them
Not
out.
a good anecdote.
Shh. And I remember you wanted to go to the basement to put more handprints in the
On the
Oh, yeah.
wall. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't, because
And
I
then
know
that-
you.
Loser.
Then you
don't know what
told
we're talking
everyone
about.
that
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Una. All you have to do is time travel to the past, and you'll know
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
join
he
in
wanted to
Focus.
go to the basement, but I was like, no.
Well, I guess we've talked about everything. Let's move on to the second movie now, guys.
No.
I was about to call it Pirates.
What?
There's-
Pirates of the.
I was thinking
Pirates of the
Cowboys.
Future?
Then I realized that the Cowboys
Why
are the
does
third
everyone
movie.
keep getting
and
cowboys confused with things? Like Porter always tries to say cavemen and says cowboys instead. That's weird.
Wait,
It's because they
what?
both start with C. And
No.
we're writing a pirate movie, so.
Pirates of
I
the
don't
Third
know.
Cowboys.
Wait, what?
What? C,
Yeah.
like the letter, and the thing that pirates are on.
Oh, that's
Oh.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything.
What's going on?
I don't know either. Let's. Are there any like specific scenes that we want to talk about or quotes?
What do you guys
Uh.
think of the part where he like dresses up as the future guy and like convinces his dad to like ask Lorraine to the dance? Does
What?
anyone remember that?
I do actually.
okay.
Wait, what?
It was just
No,
funny
repeat
that
that,
for
repeat
nothing
that,
He,
yeah.
else.
he dresses up in like the hazmat
Oh, yeah,
suit,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's got like
And
he
he's-
plays like really loud music.
Oh,
to-
yeah.
He plays Van Halen, Edward Van Halen. Because
Oh,
they
yeah.
because they couldn't get the rights to like the band Van Halen, but Eddie Van Halen was like, you can use this little thing, and then he made it. So, that's what I was.
Also, speaking of
And he
music,
said he
the-
was Darth Vader.
speaking of music, the music at the dance is really good, and I don't know the name of the song that plays like the
You should Shazam it.
that one. I don't know what that
You
music
should
is.
Shazam it.
Was
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Shazam it.
We
Do
should
it.
do.
Shazam, like
Right
the
now.
movie. Sorry,
No.
that's not the movie we're talking about.
I would watch that on the podcast.
Huh?
I'd be willing to watch that on the
Oh
podcast.
yeah, I like the first one.
Yeah.
I didn't
haven't-
watch the other one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second.
Apparently
I
it's
was
not
like,
good.
I
oh,
watched
it's-
it on the plane,
It's
the
on
first one.
HBO Max.
Not the right movie,
and I
guys.
had that. I might watch it, and I was like,
Shazam.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
Anyway,
watch
we should do final thoughts, right?
Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Shouldn't
should.
we?
it. Final thoughts. Final score.
We did our final thoughts at the beginning because time travel.
What?
Anyway, my final rating for the movie is 10 out of 10 from the future.
Wow,
What?
that
Whoa.
doesn't make any
It
sense.
will get a 10. No, yes,
Just
it's
out of 5 stars, please.
5 out of 10.
No.
5 stars out of 10 numbers.
No.
Anyway, Nico, what did you think about it?
He just said it, didn't he?
Oh, sorry, I time traveled back to the
Oh,
past.
this many out of the same amount. So
I definitely
full, perfect
didn't
100.
look at Michael and say, Nico.
Okay, so Nico,
Totally.
what's your thoughts?
Okay, so I'm actually Nico from the future. I get shorter. It's a long story.
Yeah, you don't
I
wanna know.
shave off my
I
legs.
dyed my
I cut
hair.
them off. Don't ask me why.
I took like a
Um,
sandpaper and I
Yeah.
sanded off my legs. I got 2 stumps down here.
Yeah. I don't have feet actually. But
They're
yeah,
overrated.
I'd say my final rating would probably be. I don't know. I didn't really think about it before this. Probably like a.
Shut it.
Be quiet. I
Gosh.
think. Probably like a 4 out of 5. Yeah. I liked it. It's a good movie.
What's
Yeah.
the what's
And I can
the
see
other
why
star?
it's like a.
What's your score?
What's the other star?
Yeah, what-
88 miles per
What could
hour.
have done better?
I don't know. I understand
My
why.
final score is 1.21
Like, I
gigawatts out of
understand-
88 miles per hour.
I
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
why they had to have the whole his mom is in love with her son kind of thing happening because it,
It makes
plot
it like
reasons.
it's like driving
but-
her and
but
her like his
the dad apart.
future,
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
just
It's,
it's
yeah,
gross
it's
and it's
awkward and
disgusting
weird,
and
yeah.
it made me like
I
cringe
mean, when she does
so
kiss
hard.
him, she's like, "Oh, there's
It's
something
like
wrong about this."
Yeah, and
So,
like
I
I
guess,
was like.
yeah.
I was like, oh my god, like that's
Yeah,
like it's
that's
just
fair.
so gross. Like I couldn't.
You know, it's
Blah, blah,
funny.
blah, 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 blah,
For a podcast about a time traveling movie, this episode felt like it went by super quick.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll time travel
'Cause
to the
we're out
past
of
and start over.
time.
Yeah,
Out
wait,
of
what's your?
time.
Did you? Oh, you said
I
it.
said
right?
1.21
Yeah.
gigawatts out of 88 miles per hour.
Next movie, are we glass?
Glass
Onion.
We're doing
Yeah,
Glass
I'm so
Onion.
excited for
A
that.
Knives Out movie.
Yeah.
Yay! Did you give yours rating?
Yeah.
Yours
88
rating.
miles per hour.
That's not okay.
That's just 88 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done then.
I watched this movie at 88 miles per hour.
Dude, I watched this on 88 times speed.
Like Noah with Oppenheimer.
where are you going?
Okay,
He's going
bye.
to the past.
Bye.